I saw a man with a tat on his big fat belly. It wiggled around like marmalade jelly. Took me a while to catch what it said. Guess I had to match the rhythm of his belly with my head. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Xaereth Prevails, a Grand Arena story, folks. We're in match number 1 of the first of this current week, match number 4 of the 3v3 season, and we're in the top 100, but not super high or low in the top 100, so looking to climb a little bit. My opponent is someone that a lot of people told me I needed to look out for. He was from Wolfpack originally, he is now in Maw, so here's the situation. We're facing Cuba 7, and he's in the big Maw. I think this is the big Maw. I could be wrong. I'm not sure. You can barely see the GP difference. I do have more GP than he does by a little bit. You can see that mod-wise, he does have me beat on all the categories except for top shelf mods. You know, so that's discouraging, I suppose. He doesn't have the huge collection of 6 dots that you kind of expect from a lot of these players at the top, so he hasn't spent as much money as others, at least. I don't know if he probably has spent some, though. Look at how many Relic 9s he has. He has a bunch of Relic 9s and Relic 8s, way more than me, and I do have actually more total Relic levels, but I would say the Relic 9s and 8s are the ones that are the scariest to me. So here's my defenses, folks. You'll note that I have the First Order TIE Pilot in the front bottom zone, and wanted to see how that do on defense. It didn't actually do a much great. Much good? Much great? That's funny how that doesn't work. It doesn't do much great, but we do have 3 GLs in the back, including Lord Vader with Maul and crew, just for fun, and we have other things on defense. You guys can check them out if you like. My opponent, actually, when I was scouting them, is very, very good on offense, and I don't know, doesn't fail much at all. So I wanted to give him something challenging. Of course, always want to challenge him on defense so that we have that extra win condition. If everything goes south on offense, maybe we can barely squeak it out on defense. So here's what he placed on me in the bottom front. He's got that General Skywalker team. Note that there's Relic 9 on both 5s and General Skywalker. He's got that Qui-Gon team. It does not have Ki-Adi-Mundi there. It has Mace, which Mace is inconvenient for a lot of reasons, but it opens the doors for a couple more counters, and that's kind of like the title sheet that I showed you guys. That's not going to be our live match, though. That'll be a little bit later in the fight. There's Starkiller here, and we're going to keep doing what we can on it. There's a Maul team. Man, this is such a sketchy thing, guys. We're going to try. The hope is that we can only use 1 GL here, because he typically places at least 2. We need to keep 2 GLs in the back, and remember, we already placed 3. So we only have 3 total. So we gotta get out of this zone with only using 1 Galactic Legend, which is very challenging, in fact. You guys, I defy you to actually just pause right now, look at this, and plan what would you do with your roster against this zone, against this, knowing that your opponent is probably going to have at least 2 Galactic Legends in the back. It's a good thought experiment, guys. It really is. Here's his top zone. You guys, we've already talked about it. The defense is enough, but that Vader team is really particularly nasty. So before we jump into the fights, just want to remind you, if you want to support the channel for free, all you've got to do, support, you can subscribe, you can comment, like, all that stuff. Help me mount the algorithm, guys. Please, help me help you, or something. We can help each other. It's going to be fun, guys. That being said, I think it's time to actually get into the fighting. Okay, so I started this section here, guys, with an attempt. Hold on, is my mic actually on? Yes, indeed it is. It's just in a different place. Okay, so A lot of people told me this wouldn't work because of Canderous with Watt. You know, you get the frenzy triggered with Maul and everything. Here's the thing though, guys. His Canderous is pretty slow. It's low. He's lower than 200 speed, and so I don't think he gains enough turn meter to be able to actually go. Like if it was a fast Canderous, it might be a different story. And if Maul does get his second frenzy triggered, then we're all dead. Like we're all screwed. It's not going to be fun. Despite the overpowered presence of Relic 4 Veers, he used to be 3 last time you guys saw him, but he's 4 now, so that's going to make all the difference. But the idea is they're going to trigger Frenzy once for sure. We can't prevent that, but then I think we'll be able to get our turn meter train started in the middle of it. At least that's the hope. So let's jump in and see how this goes. People in chat were pretty negative about it. They didn't think it would work. So you can see like they shot Piett a few times, like they hit Piett, and that gives them even more turn meter. So indeed, Piett did get a turn. Now the question was, would one punch from Dark Trooper kill Canderous? That was the question. I wasn't sure. I decided, so we have a couple choices. Like we can defer the turn, we can just give turn meter to him and Piett if we want to, and then have Veers do his AoE and call the mass assist, or we could just try to punch Canderous and then do the mass assist from Veers on either Maul or Dark Trooper. And what I decided to do eventually was just give turn meter. We do the AoE from Veers, and there, the single punch was not going to work from Dark, in fact. So, alright, Piett is actually stealthed now, so he's not going to get countered. And he's not going to get countered anyways, because Maul got punched in his pointy head, and we got out. We dropped 3 banners, but we got out relatively unscathed, so that was happy. Alright, you guys saw me last time counter this Star Killer team, or try to counter it with Darth Revan, and I decided to give it another go. Now, during the stream, I told people this, and I meant it, of course. So we're trying to go around the fear, guys. There's fear on Emperor Palpatine, and so that's what we're kind of trying to go around. But the idea here is not to, like, one-shot this. Or at least, I mean, that would be nice, of course. I can't deny how nice that would be. But the idea isn't to get a one-shot. The idea is to potentially at least... Oh, check that out, guys. Look at that. I waited for a minute. So, if you rewind it even a little bit, he didn't have any protection. And I was like, how did Maul not kill Emperor Palpatine there? Like, he should have, because he takes out 100% of health. But it's in the Star Killer kit. If you're debuffed, you do half the damage. So, Malak only does 50% health drain if he's debuffed, which he is because he's got Frenzy. So, anyways, the idea isn't to one-shot this. The idea is to kill Palpatine, maybe Mara Jade, and call it good. Yeah, so you could see me remarking on it on the stream. Like, I was confused. Like, of course we're going to kill Palpatine here, because he has Death Mark and everything, but it was still like, what the actual, man? Okay, so if I was a smarter man, what I would do... I'd keep going for a little bit, but look at Star Killer. He's got 93 stacks. What I should do right now, or right before this, was just let it time out, because Mara Jade had low health, and I should have just done that. But instead, the Star Destroyer, evil, alas, for evil was allowed to endure, and he was able to heal everyone while bringing that Star Destroyer down and ending the fight. So they both start with full health. However, now that we've broken the chain. Broken the chain. He can't be unchained, unleashed, whatever he is. He can't. He doesn't meet his unique now. So much easier to take out, and we can use Fin Po for that. I suppose. Isofin? No. Okay. So this is a pretty sketchy one, guys. This almost made the cut for the best live video, just because it's scary. This has an 86% win rate, but keep in mind this guy has excellent modding and he has really high relics. He has higher relics than any of my characters here. I suppose that Grandmaster Yoda's relic 8, so that's fine. But we gotta kill Chewie first, because the other two have guard, and that's not cool. Okay, so they did trigger Savior here. We need to take out Chewie, though, because Chewie will take guard away from them, and guard means a lot to this team. Like, Bam and Han are, we can't crit them, and that's not great. We need to be able to take out Chewie here. So just trying to figure out a way that we can take Chewie out here without just dying immediately. Because remember, if they shoot Revan, then we could in fact. Okay, so here's something we could do, guys. Let me just pause it. So they shoot Revan, and you know, if Revan goes, he could do his little saber toss thing, and Han might be able to just shoot him down with counters because he has a 35% counter chance. But we could have just handed the turn to Jolee. If we did that, then Jolee could immediately just revive Revan. I don't know if that would have been the best move, but that would have been a choice. At the end of the day, I decided to just kind of play it soft and just hit the guy who with damage immunity, the guy who's not going to hit me back, and we're just going to wait a little bit. So let's see. So we could do the AoE with Yoda there because he had the tactical supremacy or whatever it is, tactical advantage buff. But either way, we've got the whistling birds coming up. The thing is, with this team, if you limit their number of turns, he's not gonna. I mean, 4 or 5 whistling birds don't do that much. With Han and Chewie there, he can jump up to 20 whistling birds pretty easily if you don't contain them. So a little bit sketchy. We dropped 4 banners, but barely managed to squeak it through. Now, here's the one that was on the title card, the one that I wanted you guys to see. So we're using. This is a team that I used last time and I failed. I barely killed Qui-Gon. The idea here, though, so we're using the GL Nute team, the team that used to be amazing on defense, and now a lot of things counter it because things change. The idea is here, because there's Mace, he's going to be taunting a lot and everything. The idea, though, is we have to put the healing immunity on Anakin, and then once we kill Qui-Gon, then we should be able to just take Anakin out pretty quickly. At least that's the hope. We can absorb the first hit from Anakin, and once we do that, it's okay. The difference, of course, here. So there's healing immunity here. So if we do kill Qui-Gon, you know, there's 8 stacks on Mace Sting. But the thing is, they don't have the crazy damage output that Ki-Adi-Mundi does at the very start, and that's the most important part. So Anakin there, he never really got a good turn. He did okay, but at the end of the day, you can absorb that first hit because Ki-Adi-Mundi isn't there to just stab you instantly and destroy, you know, kill Nute the first time. You really need that to happen. So anyways, that worked out okay. I want to try it again, but it seems pretty consistent, guys. I think you just have to. The main thing is to keep Anakin fairly easy to kill. So, all right. You guys have seen this a million times, so we're going kind of fast here. This is one of those counters you don't need the ult for. In fact, you kind of don't want the ult. You just want to take Anakin out here, and almost got to the point where we could. You know, get all of our protection back. So the question is, how many GLs are in the back? That's always the question. How much did I risk for? Because we had to double tap something, and there's only 1. I thought there was going to be 2, but okay. So we're going to use Landino here, guys. Now we're going to correct our mistake from last time, and instead of doing the AOE, we'll call the mass assist, take out Echo there. Now watch Landino's damage, 272,000, and now we can stun tech, and that's that. I mean, his basic doesn't do nearly as much, 60k at Relic 8. I mean, that's fine, but his special's where it's at, guys. Alright, so he's got this Grievous team. We can't use Mon Mothma because he's got Nest here, and that's fine. Because we have Traya and company. So people are like, oh, you drop a guaranteed 3 banners, probably more. And here's the thing. This is a big mess in 5v5. Traya might survive this at Relic 7. I have Relic 7 Traya, Relic 7 Sion, and Relic 6 on Nihilus right now. They might survive against a Grievous team. It would be a mess. It would be a struggle. It wouldn't be pretty, but we might be able to survive that. The thing is, In 3v3, it's just a lot different. There's just not enough that goes with Grievous here. So, I mean, I placed this exact team on defense myself, so that's not even me ragging on my opponent. It's just Grievous is so limited in 3v3. It's very sad. So you put the isolate on Nest. You kill Grievous because he's the one who could actually ruin things for you. And then, well, all we're gonna do. You guys are familiar with this move at this point. If you've watched any of my videos with using Sion, is we'd want to get a couple big hits with Sion to make sure that he has full protection. And well, that way we're only going to be dropping 2 banners instead of 3, which actually does matter quite a bit in 3v3. So, and we're still waiting for the Annihilate anyways. It looks like Sion is probably close enough to fully topped off. Now keep in mind the Isolate on Nest is really important here because Nest can't counter when this is happening. So okay, almost killed her. Didn't quite, but then Annihilate. Good. We got our protection banner back. That one banner, guys. Always try to shoot for that. Okay, so he's got Jedi Master Luke in the back. We have 2 Galactic Legends available. One of them is Supreme Leader Kylo, who would probably beat this actually, but we may as well just use our Jedi Master Kenobi team. So what we're doing, we're going to wait until we get to the ultimate on Kenobi, and then Kat is going to use her hit. So we need to be able to ignore taunt, and because they have revive from Jolee, we just want to take Jolee out there. Now looking at this, I wonder what he used on my Beskar Mando team actually. I wonder. Anyway, so we've got to take out that Jolee, because otherwise he'll ruin everyone's day. But there's no one, poor old Jolee, he's willing to revive everyone, but no one's there to revive him. So now we've got to get our banners back on Kenobi, General Kenobi. And, you know, we might get there. We'll see. Time will tell. Just trying to build our full ultimate here now. Our fulltimate, if you will, guys. And I mean, really, if we get the chance to take him out, we just will, I think. But getting the full ultimate will be nice because that heals us. That heals our health and protection, I believe. I think that's the thing that does it. The other one that does it is this one, the damage immunity one. That also helps us recover protection. So we go through it, and there it is, 57. Easy enough. So we have 1 GL left. And, oh, here it is, guys. Hold on. So, this is the live one. And anything from the background, folks, you might hear a fan or something. I hope it works out for you. Hope it works out for everyone. We'll see you in just a minute. Oh, sorry, one last note, guys. This is a Relic 8 Jango. It's fairly terrifying, in fact. This was against my better judgment, but we needed something that could take this team down fairly cheaply because there's a lot of other teams we got to take out. So, with that being said, for real, yeah, I hope you enjoy this. You're getting a lot of turns here, guys, and they're hitting Cassian. Don't love it. Well, he tried to nuke him. Oh my gosh. I mean, he still might kill him, but whew. Okay, well, that is terrifying for sure. No question. I was really hoping we'd get, well, ability block won't do anything to him actually. What we need to do is the mass heal right away. Okay, we get ability block. That doesn't, again, that doesn't do anything. Gonna do our mass heal here because he might just decide to snipe me here. Okay. Well, he did have ability block, damn it all. Come on, guys. You gotta rush here. We need a rush job, okay? We need to take out Jango as quickly as possible. So I'm afraid. Okay, shot the wrong person, Jango. No pity on you now, bud. Oh, geez. Come on. Okay. Promote the guy and kill him. Yes. Okay. All right. Whew. All right. We should be able to do this now, guys. Oh, my very favorite thing. Oh, I should have saved that mass heal for something else, actually. Okay, that's fine. We should be able to heal K2's protection up a bit, anyways. Just dispel the nonsense here. Mothra's got our back. Oh, come on now. Don't do that so close to my victory. Oh, that healed us. Good. Alright, that wasn't tense at all, guys. There we go. There we go. You couldn't hear me for a second there. Oops. I'm not going to go all the way back and mess with it, though. Because why would that be fun? Okay, so that was a pretty tense fight. I thought that I've done it before, but man, it was so well modded. It was, you know, in Relic 5 Cassian, it's just, you know, pretty close to disaster. That being said, now we've got, you guys remember last time that Boba team really messed with us, and this is the exact same team. We're using Thridian here, though, because Commander Luke is here, but we may as well just let this... We may as well just let this thing go. I can't talk. I'm distracted, guys. We're targeting Zam first here, but we're going to kill... We're going to take out that Commander Luke team with Supreme Leader Kylo, because it's the best team left. There, and yeah, so we're taking out Zam first because we don't want to get into a weird situation again where we're taking out Boba, and then he just destroys someone. That happened last time. It was somewhat of a disaster. But the thing is, the only real damage on this team is from Boba. I mean, Zam can do some decent damage with all of these thermals and everything that are on us, but not too much. And once we take out Zam, remember, it's just her unique that has the Omicron, and so these guys all their stats go way down after this. So we just keep Boba in timeout as long as we can, so he does a minimal amount of damage. And there was a sketchy point where I thought he was gonna do his execute. I mean, he did do his execute, but he didn't do his execute as for as much damage, nearly as much damage as probably any of us thought he would. Yeah, look at how little bit he did to Stormtrooper. Man, Stormtrooper's so thick, guys. It's a lot of fun. He is a lot of fun. So let's see. Okay, so let's just, you know, get Dengar into timeout as quick as we can. And, you know, I think I told him during the stream, I was like, Dengar, I realize that you really like tenacity up and stealth, but you're not really getting anything out of it. Like we're not getting desired results from that. So okay, so guys, there's this thing here. So a lot of people were like, dude, you have to take Supreme Leader Kylo solo. This is so easy. This is the easiest. Here's the thing. I've seen this go sideways. I haven't seen it actually lose, but it came real close to losing against a Commander Luke team. Now, I think maybe that was against a Commander Luke team that had turn meter loaded, but one way or another, like, Kylo got into the red in that fight. So, here's the thing. In this fight, probably he wouldn't get into the red. You probably get to the point, if you do the solo, probably get 58 banners. But if you take Hux and First Order Officer, you get a real smooth ride. So just do a basic there so that Chewpio doesn't hit me back. And then Hux decreases my cooldowns. We do another poke, and we do another hit. So, I mean, that's about as smooth as it can get. 57, I'll take that every time. So, okay, here's a blunder on my end, guys. Watch. So we're taking Fennec lead here, and the idea is that Vader is going to do his Force Crush, and then we can, even though all of those dots won't go away, we'll still temporarily dispel them, and then we'll get our contract. Real easy. is the idea. But then what I didn't realize was that I was slower than these guys, or than Vader was. I thought he was going to get his Force Crush, and then we could, you know, work toward it. But instead, okay, cool. So we got our contract, but now, I mean, we're just Fennec alone. We're not going to be able to kill Vader, and Vader would get his revive from Talon anyways. So a little bit frustrating, but okay, we did. Here's the thing, guys. Here's one thing that I think gets overlooked a lot in this game. Oh shoot, I should have hit Talon there. Okay, but that's fine. A lot of people don't like to preload turn meter, and sometimes you don't want to, granted. But there are absolutely times where you want to preload because their cooldowns are already out. Like, you may as well just do it, and they already have reduced health. Like, the Sith Empire Trooper doesn't have a lot of regeneration. He just has a ton of hit points, or rather, you know, like he's got high armor, so it feels like he has a ton of hit points. So any progress toward that is pretty nice. So we did have this Basti team. I wanted to make sure that, you know, he couldn't land debuffs on me. So she gives a bunch of tenacity, and he didn't have a ton of potency to begin with. So we had to double tap it, but you know, the cleanup was not bad. So the question is, does he have Executor on defense or not? He does not. So, okay, we're fast forwarding this one a little bit because you guys have seen Wampa kill things, and you still get to see Wampa kill things. It'll just be at 200% speed, and I'm going to get a quick drink. I think one of the trickiest things in 3v3 is deciding where Stormtrooper is going to go, because Stormtrooper, of course, is something that Thridian really wants. And you know, like, Shore Trooper is just not as good as Stormtrooper with Thridian. And so my opponent actually uses Thridian. He uses Thridian to really good effect on the Commander Luke team, in fact. So, you know, Thridian's going to get his, though. It's too versatile of a team to not get good banners on something, unless something bad happens. But okay, we don't have a ton of teams left, guys. I put a lot on defense, if you guys didn't notice. So we got Padme, though, with Snips, and Dash, you know, he has Kuiil and all that. This feels a little like a criminal waste of Dash. Frankly, Dash is so good, and Kuiil and IG, people have been using this team. I don't know. I feel like maybe it's like an internet team, like a YouTube team that people have been using, and like someone put out a list that says, hey, here's the best 30 teams on, you know, to put on defense or whatever. And I mean I put out a list like that too. So, like, no shade on whoever put this, but I see this a lot, and I don't feel like you're getting much out of Dash here. Like, Dash is like, hey, I'm gonna call people to assist, I'm gonna daze people, and like Kuiil and IG are like, cool, we'll try to support somehow a little bit. And Padme's like, I have a random hodgepodge, and I'm gonna still just destroy you guys. So, alright, they got the Jango lead team here with, I kind of like this. Here's the thing, though, Vandor will revive if he has the, what's it called? If he has prepared, which he didn't, but if he did, he could revive L3. He can't revive Jango, because Jango's dark side, or Sion of Jango, his dark side, and not that I'm judging, but Vandor truly will judge you if you're dark side and won't revive you. He's like, I know you're a smuggler, dude, but I think that you're sketchy as hell, and I'm going to just make sure that you die when you actually die. And that's what happened. Well, it didn't happen. I mean, he would have let it happen, though. So, Bad Batch in 3v3, man. I used to think they were not that good. I mean, 3v3, they're just... You don't lose that much by not having Wrecker or what's her name? Omega. I mean, you do lose some, but it's... Anyways, we got through it. Yay, hey, hooray for that. Okay. Only one fail here. Hopefully we can avoid any other failures. So, well, I guess we had 2 failures. Okay, so we got Anakin to below that 50% threshold. So I decided to target Ahsoka there. And yeah. She didn't die, but sometimes she does. So here's where the fiasco is, guys. We couldn't get Anakin into stealth yet. So the question is, do we bring in a reinforcement at all? Do we, like, who do we bring? You can bring in Clone Sergeant, but then you really need to get Anakin into, like, he needs to be available for death, essentially. So, okay, so we got him there. Gosh, okay, they get their AoE. Poor Biggs pays the ultimate price. And, okay, Cassian, who do you... Okay, I decided to dispel their Y-Wing, which didn't pan out because then he just re-taunted, but... Okay, and then Falcon, I didn't do the wiggle because I wanted to get an immediate turn so that we could do the AoE and take the ships out, which, I mean, I think that was actually the wise move, but this is turning into an ugly fight. Sometimes you can win this with a lot better banners than the one I'm about to earn, but I don't know. Falcon kept missing here too. Like that didn't help at all. You're not helping Falcon by missing every time, dude. And then like refusing to help shoot. Yeah, see, another miss. What the hell, Falcon? What you doing? What would you say you do here? All right. Cool. We got the ultimate. You don't get to use the home one ultimate too often. Feels slightly fancy, I suppose. There we go. All right, didn't connect. Didn't reduce that protection, so that was fun. There's some Y-Wings coming in, just storming on in, having fun. So I guess we'll take in our reinforcements. And then Y-Wings like, hey, I'm gonna do a pittance of damage. It's pathetic. But all right, what a mess, guys. It's like every time we're about to finish things, we just couldn't quite. We got some bad RNG, and you know, I'm sure that there was some unoptimized play as well. But all right, we got through Negotiator though with 1 shot, so that's a big deal. Now we're using Malevolence, obviously, against their Chimera. Or no, this is Executrix, and they already have their Interceptor out before I even took a turn, which is wild. Almost killed Bomber there, and then Gauntlet cleansed, of course. We got Spy going. Alright, we want to kill Gauntlet eventually, but that Bomber is more important. So, and Gauntlet's done with the cleansing, so that's nice, at least. So let's take out Gauntlet, I guess. I guess we can get rid of a few of these debuffs. And let's see. Okay, so originally I was shooting at their Interceptor. I decided, you know what, Vader is more important, especially if we do have to double tap against this. We may as well just, you know, Vader is just more important. So do the big hit, mass assist from Spy. Of course, we missed the first one because he was foresighted, but oh yeah, okay. So the question is, they're going to get another reinforcement. We may as well stun the shuttle so it doesn't get a turn, but then did manage to just take it out beforehand. So another 64, guys. 63 and a 64. Ugly, or maybe a 65 and 64. Ugly banners. Just terrible. In fact, you know, they're one-shots, but they're very, very ugly one-shots. So, you guys have seen me do this a lot of times at this point. I mean, and we even managed to get target lock on everyone with the swarm attack from Negotiator. So, alright. What do we got here? We just got to take out Sunfac and everything's good, because we got a twofer on their Vulture droid. And, yeah, good times, guys. Super good times. In fact, we got a 74. Not too bad. Not too bad, if you ask me. So, the final score here, well, for me, at least, from my end, 2012, which, gosh, that's like, we dropped what, like 71 total banners? I guess 40 of that is from actual fails, but then After that, we dropped 31 otherwise. I mean, fleets, we probably dropped the majority of them in just in fleets. So, pretty ugly score. My opponent is so efficient. So efficient. He has 5 GLs available for offense. So I had to hope that he was going to blunder somewhere. So let's see if he does indeed blunder. Let's check it out, guys. Alright, so immediately when I woke up. So he cleared the front zone, and then he just stopped, and I went to bed after that. The front zone, though, he got a bunch of, like, 58s and 59s. So I think, I don't know for sure, but my guess is that he used 3 Galactic Legends in the front. I thought he used one on Starkiller, I thought he used one on General Skywalker and the 501st, and then I thought he used one on one of my other teams. I forget which one. Something good, though, I'm sure. Anyways, he got a, let's see, a 59 against Qui-Gon is what he got. So probably used Lord Vader there. And then when he got to the back, he saw that I had 3 Galactic Legends. You guys can't see my Jedi Master Luke here, of course. But he, apparently, the first thing I saw when I woke up and I checked my phone was on Prime Bot, he had, like, dropped one. He had clearly, or he had gotten 1 banner, which was L3 here. Poor L3, he's just bitten the dust, but he failed a couple times, and my guess is that, I mean, I think he just gave up. He did smite my CLS team for 57, so that was vindictive of him. But, you know, he messaged me, actually, and then, like, canceled the message or something. I thought that there was just, like, a glitch. And he messaged me, and it's like, hey, the message is no longer available. So I messaged him. I was like, hey, you know, like, did you say, what, did I miss something? You know, good defense. It gave me a lot to think about. And he just entered the chat and said nothing. So, I don't know. Good match to him, though. No hard feelings, of course. Just kind of want to make sure he understands. I wasn't trying to be snide or whatever words you want to use, guys. But one way or another. Okay, so final thoughts. We got the win. Yeah, that's great. Wonderful. Thank goodness we got a win. So we're 2-2 this season, after the other 2 very, very close losses. But this is the first match that was actually decided by more than 6 banners this season, so that's crazy. The double shot on Starkiller seems like it might work, like using Darth Revan, even though I don't have high relics on the Darth Revan team. It seems like maybe it's going to work to double tap, and that feels like an advantage, because everyone else is using a GL. So it's a risk to take, of course. It depends on what they have in the back zone, but it's nice to be able to do that, because if it costs your opponent a Galactic Legend, that's kind of the currency in a lot of ways. So I kind of think I like that so far. I'm not sure what the final verdict is, but second, Darth Vader with Talon and Sith the Empire Trooper is very impressive. That team has messed with me a couple times in a row. I placed it on defense even. I'm very impressed with it. I like it. And the question is, what Omicron is next? I just bought the big pack of 30 Omicrons, or whatever, and I don't know what to put on. I was considering Akbar, but I want to hear what you guys think. If anyone's made it past, or all the way here, would love to hear what you guys think I should do for my next Omicron. I will not just do what you guys say, but I would love to hear your thoughts on it. You guys can check out my roster at swgoh.gg, and then click Omicrons. You can see what I have, and I'm not really in the market for a Territory War one, guys. GAC only, probably, and I will have enough for Darth Malgus, even if I apply one right now on someone else. So, that being said, folks, let me know what you think in the comments, not just about Omicrons. Would love to hear your thoughts on the match, on 3v3 in general. Love you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. And remember that in all things, Zereth prevails.